And just like that, it's all gone. The work vanished. If you've seen my other videos from this year, I've talked a lot about how busy it's been. It seems since January to June, when our financial year finishes, there wasn't much downtime in between shoots. Generally, I'd be on a shoot, fielding emails or phone calls about the shoot for the next day or the next week, and trying to just get those dailies to all fit together. With our financial year finishing at the end of June, traditionally June is crazy as people try to get rid of their budgets, and then July is pretty quiet while people try to recoup from the chaos of June. It's mid-August now, and I've had exactly one phone call. It transferred to a shoot, which was nice, but that's only 1 day's work in 6 weeks. I do have a couple of projects that we're working on slowly in the background, but as stressful as all of this downtime has been, I've had a lot of time to sit down and reflect on how my life is now, what's working, what's not working, what I need to focus on, compared to how life was before having kids. This video is just about some things that I wish someone sat down and told me as a freelance creative before having kids. I used to be so proud of being a freelance photographer and filmmaker. I was meeting people and telling their stories as best as I could in photo or film. I was living in a van for a good 3 years just so that I could have less overheads, so that I could tell these stories and hopefully help create conversation around these stories that I was jumping in the deep end with. Pardon the pun. Now I meet new people, they ask what I do. I say, well, I'm a dad, I've got 2 kids and a wife, and sometimes I press the record button. Pre-kids, I wanted to find and tell the coolest stories that I could. Now that I have kids, I just want them to be happy and to have the best upbringing as we can provide. In doing this, I've put my personal series on the back burner because the creative energy that it takes to focus on a project for some 6 weeks, I would rather give that to the kids while they're young and really just focused on these dailies. The phone rings, sure I can do that. You rock up on set, you ask all the right questions, you do the best job you can because it frees up my creative energy to give to the kids. Not to alienate myself to my clients, but it is a bit of a catchphrase with my friends when they ask how I am. I say, I'm creatively dead, but my heart is full. While the kids are young, between 2 and 5 is their age of exploration. You know, they're flourishing as humans. I don't want to miss that time by focusing on one of my personal projects. So the creative side of my brain is kind of wanting more, but I couldn't ask for anything more from my kids. They're so fun to be around. Even though I'm a sole trader, I kind of act as a company and pay myself out of my own business account. When you get paid from clients, it goes into there. I then move money aside for tax, and then I pay myself a salary, a wage, into my own personal accounts. So this business account kind of acts like a company. I used to be so comfortable when that's at about $2,000 to $3,000. That was my float. We're burning about $8,000 to $10,000 a month at the moment in today's economy. So that $2,000 would be a week of expenses. When the job started getting bigger, I was pretty comfortable at $10,000. My clients were generally on 28-day terms, so I can pay my freelancers from that $10,000 and then wait around till the client pays me in that 28 days. Now, with a mortgage, wife who is working, I've got to give Millie credit, she is working, and 2 kids, my float has been doubled to $20,000. Having said that, I still can't remember a time that my float's been at 20. This is kind of getting into the nitty-gritty of my personal affairs, but generally it's around 10. And like now, after only 1 daily in 6 weeks, that float has come right down. Like I said, we're burning about 8,000 to 10,000 a month. And during this downtime, Millie has picked up more work, so there's more money in our personal accounts, thankfully. Thanks, Millie, for working sometimes 6 days a week. Appreciate it. And who knows, in another year, that 20 might be 30. I don't know what's going on with the economy, but it's definitely not easy. This kind of goes part and parcel with focusing on dailies, because when I'm just gun for hire, I'm not doing the whole project. So A, there's less overheads, and B, there's less time as well. So it might be a 1 or 2 day shoot. I've reduced my invoices to 14 days. Most clients honour it, some don't. But just knowing that within 14 days, that money's going to come through. Although I think I'll be able to sleep at night at 10, I would just love that to be 20. If you're in your pre-fatherhood journey at the moment, just know that wherever your comfort level is financially, it will probably be doubled, if not tripled, within a couple of years of being a dad. You've probably seen all the Facebook marketing of here's how to be a production company, here's how to diversify your income, here's how to pay your mortgage off within 3 years or whatever they're trying to sell at the moment. But how I'm able to sit here on a Wednesday at midday and talk to the camera instead of just being a ball of stress and driving for Uber is because throughout the 10 years before we had kids, I was able to offer more to my clients than just those daily shoots. Optimus are the angels who sell prints on my behalf. We have a 50-50 split after expenses agreement, and they pay monthly. So it is nice to know that when a sale happens, it's going to come and it's completely passive. I send the invoice, they pay me same day. Thank you. Optimus, I love you. Another income stream that I set up some years ago is stock video through ArtGrid. That first year with ArtGrid, I think it was like $8,000 or something. Similar to print sales, it's all just on market needs. I found through COVID it went up because obviously not many people can shoot. Definitely can't travel for underwater shoots. They pay annually and it's about December. So that's always a nice like little boost through the holiday season. Maybe that's why they do it. Happy Christmas. I'm sure there's other ways to diversify income. Print sales and stock footage is purely just a byproduct of what I do anyway. So that's enough about business. I could talk about business for a while because it's something I'm really proud of, what I've built here, and passionate about helping others build. But the creative time that I have, I've found always has a small print. Once the kids are in bed, I'll sort of journey onto the computer at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, something kicks and I'm like, okay, cool, let's get some work done. That might go for 3 hours or 4 hours till 1 or 2 o'clock. And although I just want to keep smashing it, I know that in 4 hours, 5 hours time, one of the kids are going to wake up and I can't go through a full day with the kids after a full day being creative at nighttime. If we didn't have so much support from our mums, I basically get 3 days a week where I can do things like this. You know, midday on a Wednesday, I'm talking to the camera. But there are certain jobs that need, you know, more than just these 3 days to finish. My whole campaign about this freelance to fatherhood thing is to stay freelance and stay creative while being the best dad you can.
Your face.
Even with this support, the creative sleep debt definitely comes into play. If you can establish the balance while you're still pregnant or in those first 6 months when the baby just sleeps, knowing that that creative sleep debt is going to be an issue. When you get kicked in the teeth at 6 a.m. by the little one who crawled into your bed at night time, at least you hopefully won't have kept working till 4:30 in the morning just because the creative juices are flowing. Been there, done that. It's rough. Again, this all comes back to the work-life play balance. Your relationship to your work, your structure, your diversifying the incomes, your creative sleep debt, and establishing the balance. It's all part and parcel of your freelance to fatherhood journey. I'm still living it. I still definitely don't have things figured out, but I'm actually really proud that it's working, and I've got 2 amazing kids and a lot of time to spend with them. Millie is happy, she's still studying and progressing in her career. So much credit to our mums for being there and giving us the flexibility and the time to progress with what we want to do. The next couple of months are probably going to get back to normal with the dailies, but if a punk kid from Adelaide can make it work and be around for his kids way more than a 9 to 5 or 40 hours a week, is that what they do? 40s? I don't even know. My kids are happy, my wife's happy. Not to brag, but I'm pretty damn proud of what we've built here.